What's up, dudes, dudettes, and whatever? Um, Feeling a little sick today. I've had this cold for about a week. I was in San Diego last weekend. Thanks for visiting me, Paul. Just kidding. But yeah, it was a good time. Back to the grind and all that. Yeah, hold on a second. Nothing. Dude, you remember that guy Kurt Cobain?
Do I remember Kurt Cobain? Yeah. Nope.
Like
Who's
like
that
he played like
again?
guitar. He played like guitar and stuff.
Kind of.
Kind of. So dude, shout out to the top 10 list of the week. Stein had this book on his like number 3 book. I'm gonna post this today, dude. It was going for like $75 raw. 6.01 for like 40. I don't know. This is 9.2. I'm gonna post it today. I'll take offers on it too. I bought it like 2 years ago, and I just kind of held on to it just for fun. I didn't think I was ever gonna sell it, but like, man, it doesn't really. I have more Kurt Cobain stuff that I have that's like OG shit, but yeah, kind of dope. Have you ever heard of this book before?
No.
Really?
I mean, I saw your thing about it, and I think I saw it again recently. Somebody had posted like a 9.8 or something like that they had of it. But
somebody has a 9.8. I guess there was only like a 9.6 on the census.
oh, well, maybe I was wrong then. I don't remember what grade it was. I thought it said it was a 9.8, but
Oh, so you're lying again.
9.8 candidate. I don't know.
Oh, so you're lying to me, huh?
No, I didn't like look at it. Like I'm not a huge Kurt Cobain fan, so I don't really.
I'm just kidding. I love you, man. I love you, dude. I don't love you. What am I talking about?
I just kind of graze over that. See Kurt Cobain, I'm just like, oh, okay.
It's messed up. Yeah, man. So yeah, we had kind of a hiatus for 2 weeks. Again, I was on vacation last weekend, trying to get over this cold. I'm like in the last stages of it anyway. But how was your week, dude?
Long.
Really? Did you work on this weekend?
Huh?
Did you work this weekend too?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. How were the fights?
Good. Better than I expected. Like it actually lived up to the on paper hype. Cause like I kept telling her when everybody was asking me about it, I'm like, on paper, I was like, this is a really good fight card. I was like, but it has the potential to not.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I think my buddy lost money, or well, he won some of his bets, but lost some of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna do. I don't do UFC just because it's just not my thing. No hate, just I don't prefer it. But in boxing, I mean, Jake Paul's kind of ruined that for me, so I don't ever watch boxing anymore. But on another topic, I was gonna do a giveaway today to people that are in the chat, but you gotta be in the Discord too. So let me bust these out.
That's asking a lot.
I know. I know it's a lot, yeah. So I'm gonna give away this. This is pretty cool. This got an option a while back. It's a trade paperback. So read your books, people. And I feel like a teacher. For reading your books, I will also throw in this Spider Boy variant version. If you are in the Discord, you're in the chat. So you have to be both in the Discord, sub to the channel, all that. If you aren't sub to the Discord, get someone in the chat to send you a link. I'll put you in the giveaway. We're trying to grow that Discord. Man, like last week we were posting some pretty good stuff. I know Fedora, he posted the Beneath the Trees where nobody sees all that like 2 weeks prior to like the announcement in the Discord. I know also he posted the Captain Marvel 4 variant. Doc Joe's been pretty active in there. We got Wade in the house there as well. He put out some pretty good stuff. I do some like trading card like stuff and like investment type things that I think helped out a lot of people last month. There was a stock that I posted in there that went from like $1.60 to $4 in a month. So no big deal. But yeah, if you guys want the link to the Discord, ask someone in the chat. So you can be part of the giveaway today. But let's say what's up to the chat. We're going to try and keep this one quick. I know we always say that. Jason was saying earlier, like we try and do it quick and then it ends up being like 5 hours. And then we miss out on porn. I mean, news.
Yeah.
Anyway,
phenomenal.
Phenomenal. What's up, Michael Baker? Welcome. Good to see you again. Good to see you, my friend. And I'm so sorry. Yeah, this was all Fedora's fault. No, actually, I was looking at the books and like I feel like this is more like Jason's show and like Fedora's show versus mine. I'm just kind of like color commentator. Comics or tortillas. If you guys are not subbed up to Comics and Tortillas, please do so. I need to do a subscription to his channel because he saved me so much money on not buying books. But he has previews of like he does videos of like the whole freaking book. It's pretty cool. Soupy, what's up? AZ in the house. 23 Munch, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the live chat. Let's see who else is in here. Kingdom of Nerds. You guys aren't following Kingdom of Nerds. I'm sure you guys are. He is posting just stuff all the time. He's got shows like every other day. I can't keep up with the guy. I try to. But yeah, just congrats to you on your 1,000 subs, man. Good stuff. Paul in the 619. I shouted you out earlier, bro. I was in San Diego Oceanside. I yelled out, Paul in the 619. And no hollers. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't really have time to hang out anyway. But next time, dude, I'm going to go up there. My wife and I were actually looking at houses to like move down there because we loved it so much. But I don't think it'll happen. And Southpaw Brad, my financial Ronin in arms here. What's going on? Good to see you. Let's see here. Who's that? Hack, what up? Hack, my dude from Granville. He's over on the eastern part of Washington, man. I was watching him for a few hours yesterday. So what's up, my dude? And Brad, yes, I see you, man. You are very active in the Discord, my friend. So we'll put you in the giveaway later today. Spidey guy Murph, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. Happy Oscars Day, happy Mario Day, and happy Spring Forward. No more early darkness days for real, dude. Yeah, of course, man. And I think that's it so far. So what we're talking about today is kind of a different thing. We're gonna go into some DC forgotten spec, quote unquote. I know DC, like, I know we go pretty hard on like the independents and like obviously Marvel, right? But Jason, like, in your opinion, dude, like, it's all good, man. I'm messing with you, dog. And you're more of a DC dude than I think Marvel. Is that right?
In some ways, yes. I feel like the characters that Marvel puts out are more relatable on a personal level, but yeah. I like the darkness and the storytelling of DC a little bit more. Like I don't want to say like their stories are more realistic because obviously they're not. I mean, fucking let's be real. Like there could never be an actual Batman, and he's like modeled after a real person, like type of deal. So yeah, but they just feel like the stories are a little bit more realistic.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, growing up as a kid, I always loved DC more than I loved Marvel. And then, like, as I got older and more matured and like had more money to spend, I was more Image. And then when I got older, I think I gravitated towards Marvel just because of, I don't know, it just seemed like it was more out there. But I think there was a time when I was doing the show on Brian's channel. Shout out to Brian McClay. Trey was on there and he was talking a lot about this is an opportunity to get, and Fedora is somewhere. What's up, man? Good to see you, dog. Yeah, so like those guys were talking like, oh, get these keys now. And then the James Gunn announcement happened like 6 months later. So the timing to get into DC like late 2022 on that dip was like, you kind of saw this like the parabendulum or whatever kind of tip towards DC, and now it's kind of died off again, right? Like there hasn't really been any new DC stuff. I mean, Blue Beetle came out. That's the last like major movie that I saw that spec actually worked. I'm gonna show off one book later on in the slides here. That'll kind of
meaning to watch that. What is it? The new Aquaman finally showed up on Max for free. Well, free is in like I already have a Max subscription or whatever, but
I don't think I'll ever watch Aquaman, dude. Like honestly,
I'll check it out. I'll put it on in the background and just kind of is what it is. Watch it type of deal.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've never been an Aquaman fan anyway, but Let's go down to Fedora. He's on the boots on the ground on NYC. What's going on, man? What is the weather like? What are you gonna try and eat today? And
well, I got a lot of stuff to do today. I made some friends with some like young tourists from London, so they invited me to like hang out with them and show them around the city and stuff. So we're gonna like hang out today, chop it up. Yeah.
Are you gonna get some tea, some afternoon tea?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know, we're probably gonna eat a bacon, egg, and cheese. You know, I don't know. It's my
Bagel?
day off. It's my only day off. So
yeah,
it's so much to do with so little time.
Yeah,
I gotta figure it out.
Well, dog, I appreciate you working through those slides like last night and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I just been feeling like I was super busy at work. I got in like, late on Monday. And yeah, man, like this whole week I just been like super busy, which is good for work, but not good for the show. But so I appreciate you helping out with that, man.
I did half of them. Well, maybe not half, like a quarter. But...
I mean, you saved me like an hour of work, so I appreciate you, man. I'm giving away that Spider-Boy variant or Spider-Boy version variant to all the people that are in the chat and in the Discord. I put some people already in, so I'm gonna preview who I got so far. If you're in the Discord and not in this, like, let me know. Hold on. So these are the people I got so far that I know are in the Discord and are in the chat. If you are one of those people that are not on the spin wheel, let me know. I don't care if we only have 4 people, in there. I'm just trying to promote the Discord. I was saying earlier, Fedora, like you put, we kind of do stuff previously in the Discord to like get info out to people. Like you shout out the Captain Marvel 4 variant like a week before. You shout out the Beans to the Trees book. What was that variant that you picked up today that I was like, man, I need to get that book, but you got for like $20? What was that?
Oh, the Iron Man Sentinel Emma Frost Buster.
Yeah, dude, that was a sick freaking book, man. So you shout out that book like, I don't know, Sunday or like Saturday. Opportunities are in the Discord. It's free. There's nothing to charge or anything like that. We're just trying to grow it and get more people in there. Soupy, I got you. Oh shoot, my bad, dog. Soupy Z. And yeah, chat. I mean, let people know in the Discord. Like, I'm not gonna put the link in the Discord, but if someone wants to join while you're in, again, part of the giveaway, whatever.
The crazy part about that, the Emma Frost, Sentinel Buster, it was there for a really long time, and then some guy was like, "Can I see that?" And then I showed it to him, and he was like,
right.
He was like, $20 is a little too much. I'll put it back. So then I saw it.
I didn't give a shit, man. For $20, man, it's hella good, man.
Yeah. So I mean, now it's going for like what, like 50, 60. The Iron Man 15 book.
Something like that, man. But I feel like that might be cover of the year, in my opinion. I really liked it. Anyway, I'm gonna put Cody in the. I know Cody's not in the chat right now, but he's at the game and we'll yeah. All right, we're gonna try and make this quick. Me and Jason have a date later today, a double date. So we're gonna try and make this quick for you guys. Jason may slide out early and all that, but yeah, man, this is really your guys' show today. I'm gonna kind of shut up from this point on, but I put but yeah, go for it, man.
Oh yeah, this is the Death of Supergirl, Crisis 7. It's crazy because this is like one of the more, outside of I think ASM 300, I would say like this is homaged all the time, right?
Yeah,
I feel like, yeah. So it's so crazy that like I saw a 9.8 newsstand go for $225. And then I see like Raw is going anywhere between 15 or 30, whether it's like newsstand or not. Maybe newsstand is like slightly like $10 higher. And I think that like with Superman and the James Gunn, like this has gotta happen at some point, like this moment. And I'm just really confused as to like why nobody has like been asking for this cover. It's an iconic cover. We have it at the shop on the wall, and nobody's really bought it yet. So this was like one of those covers where I think that like it's really undervalued. It's really iconic. If you don't know comics, people still know what it is. You know, the general public know what it is. It's two iconic characters on the cover, and it's, you know, like a moment in comic history, and I feel like it's undervalued. You can get one right now, I think like a 9.8, like a direct edition for like less than 200. It's extremely undervalued, and I think more people should be paying attention to it as the James Gunn stuff starts to, you know, slowly roll out the Superman news and things like that. I think that this book is definitely one to watch out for. If I was a betting man, I would probably start buying some really good near mint copies.
Jason, what do you think? Oh, sorry, Fedora. Go ahead.
No, I mean that's it. I'm done.
I love it. Jason, go for it.
No, yeah, I love this book. It's and like he was saying, it's been even like within the same time frame, it was getting homage, because I'm pretty sure, don't they have the Death of Flash, the same kind of cover to it as well, and it was like and that was pretty quickly after this book, I believe, and so yeah, it's one of those ones that, like he's saying, it's with those characters coming to the DC extended universe or whatever, this would be something to get now and hold on to, just as far as, like, you know, this could happen down the road.
Yeah, man, I remember having this cover of this book when I was a kid, just because of the cover. Because I was like, why is Superman crying? I was really little. And I think, like, nowadays, like, you know, we all get caught up in like the market stuff and like, oh, how much money can I make out of this book? And sometimes it'll take time, or it'll just hold value. But as a collector, I think this is a great piece to have, like, in your collection, quote unquote. Regardless of like, oh, I'm gonna flip that 225 to like 400, because it's like Fedora was saying, it's a moment in comic book history that is in, quote unquote, the, what is it, the, not the Bronze Age, Copper Age, you know, kind of like stuff. And, you know, Michael Baker and Fedora, I think, are both on the same page here, like with the newsstand stuff, right? You know, and if you're not a collector into newsstand, or you don't care about newsstands, then get a 9.8 direct ain't a bad idea either, for maybe half the price. But man, I like this pick. I remember this kind of brings back like little kid nostalgia days to me. And yeah, good stuff, man. Let's go on to the next one. All right, go for it, Doug.
This is DC Comics 26. DC Comics Presents 26. First appearance of the new Teen Titans. And it's crazy how undervalued this book is. We have a copy at the shop for $75 raw. I think like fine, very fine. And I was like, because when they had told me we were getting it in, I was like, man, that's crazy. That book is going to be so expensive. I was thinking in my head, and then I saw the price, and I was like, wait, what? So I had to do some research on it. And a CGC 9.8, it's going for like 800, anywhere from 800 to 1200. And like the newsstand, it's kind of on the same wave with like the directed and the newsstand. The prices are like fluctuating. They're going up and down. Raws are anywhere from between $100 to $60 that I see. The prices for this book are kind of all over the place. And I think, again, we're going to see the new Teen Titans. We're going to see them. I was going to put also like honorable mention with this book, first appearance of Deathstroke. That's another undervalued book, first appearance of Nightwing. Listen, I think that you got to get these Teen Titan books, because once, you know, these movies start to roll out, Teen Titans will be relevant again. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's like the main focal point of like some, you know, next phase in his thing. I guess this is like the long game, but DC Comics Presents 26, I don't understand why it's so low. That one was like really surprising to me. That one was like, I was like, what the fuck? That should be like a several $100 book. Very fine. So I don't know. That one was a head scratcher for me.
That's a great pick, man. Jason, what's your thoughts on this book, man? I feel like this is up your alley.
No, yeah, I love this book. I love this cover. It's also one that I looked for in the past, but just set my bar at like, I think at one point I was like, all right, I'll go up to 80 like raw for a copy of it, like a good copy of it. But I kept getting outbid like on eBay for it. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, you can have it like if you're going to go that high. But it's always been one that I've tried to keep an eye out for, because I think I have the second and third appearance of the Teen Titans, but this is kind of like the one to complete the trilogy.
The trilogy.
So I think isn't that pink cover, isn't that the third appearance, I believe, where they're all kind of like running around the outskirts of it? I just can't remember what book number it is. I've got it. I know, chat. I've got it out in one of my long boxes or short boxes, I should say.
I don't know, man. And yeah, sorry, technical difficulties on the chat, guys. I'll figure that out for next time. I gotta do some. I just gotta sit down one day and try and get the wrench stuff figured out, clickable links, and like, I should probably talk to Hack one of these days and ask him how he does it. But, yeah, and in summary, man, like Fedora, this is a great pick. I feel like even at 800, this will probably hold the value. 900 to 1,000, I'm not mad at that either. And regardless of the James Gunn kind of hype, I think a lot of the stuff I've seen lately, it's like people are back to comic book collecting and only going after like putting good money towards like legitimate keys, regardless of age. I know in the past, I was thinking about this the past couple of weeks, like we did a show on like long-term investments and like stuff that's going to hold value. And I think that I was kind of thinking about that show, people are living a lot longer than they used to back in the day. I mean, I could be like 80 and that's still considered like young, right? So I think comic book collecting is going to stay, around for a long time. However, I love the fact that, keys that are coming kind of back down to earth, quote unquote, but there's still like new collectors that are staying in the hobby as well. So it's keeping those prices elevated. But man, this is a great pick, man. I love it. I think this is Jason's pick, right?
Oh, yeah, Strange Adventure.
Yeah, this is both of our. I guess this is both of our picks.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess this is both of our picks. So Strange Adventures 205. It's weird because this is one of those like high value keys, but I feel like this is like a really good high value key because I seen like a near mint or like a very fine, like a really nice copy on eBay listed for $1,000, and that's not a bad price. Especially like when you want to speculate on something and maybe get like a ROI. And then, so for this book, I think that like I saw a CGC 9.8. I didn't see it, but I had to look it up. And a 9.8 sold for like $14,000. 9 sold for like $2,500.
Motherfucker. I remember, dude, I left that freaking I had to leave that Discord because I was getting my ass kicked on Raz's. But yeah, dude, Kingdom of Nerds has this in a 6.0 and he paid like for it.
That's crazy. And the thing with this is like, I was thinking like, if James Gunn's universe takes off, we're gonna start seeing like characters that really make no sense. Not to say that they don't make no sense, but like just obscure characters that to the general public won't make any sense. So I'd be completely dumbfounded if Deadman wasn't in any of his plans, in any of his like big plans, because we're obviously gonna have JLA Dark or Justice League Dark. We're gonna have all those people show up, and I know that he's the kind of guy to get characters that are, oddballs and like the odd man out. And I just feel like Deadman is one of those characters I'm 99% sure he's gonna be in it. There's no doubt in my mind. So this is like a pretty major key in like the DC world. So if the character takes off, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good book to have. But and if it doesn't, let's just say if it doesn't, this is still like a major key that holds some value, you know. So that's why I put the Strange Adventures 205 on there. I don't know. I think it's a solid pick for like Silver Age, I guess. What was it with the 60s?
Yes, I think this was like 60.
Yeah, so that's that was my pick. Also Jason's pick. Double pick.
A dub pick.
Yes.
Dubs.
Dubs.
Jason, why do you like this character so much?
So this was one that came to mind probably for the same reasons that Fedora was thinking about it. It's just kind of, it's in James Gunn's wheelhouse as far as like obscure characters.
Yeah.
I think with them coming forward, granted it's a ways off, but coming forward saying that, yes, we are going to continue with the Swamp Thing movie and stuff like that. It only makes sense that, and there's rumblings of Constantine, whether Keanu Reeves is going to get to play him again in like the Outland world of DC or whatever they want to call it, or whether they're going to recast him for his DC extended universe and make him more like, I guess it's like weird to say, but I think the TV show Constantine was probably like that was on ABC or whatever was probably the most comic book accurate portrayal of him.
Oh, I gotta watch that. Yeah.
But they, at least so far, they could do it better. But yeah, that was just like, this was one of the characters where I'm like, if they're leaning heavy into the Justice League Dark, this would be one of the guys that I would go with as well. He just kind of sprung to mind.
And they have like a Beetlejuice homage cover with Deadman on it. So I guess, you know, he's kind of like I don't really read too much Deadman, but if they're putting him on a Beetlejuice cover, I would assume that there's some like comedic elements to him. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm an expert on Deadman because I don't. I've only read very few comics that he's appeared in. But yeah,
has he had him? I know Kino Nerds mentioned he was in the last year's Night Terrors event, which I didn't really read. But has he had any modern books lately, like his own solo title? No. So that's like another thing too. Like, you talk about obscure or just like not known. I mean, if he hasn't had like a solo title or been part of like a consistent series for some time, that makes this book even more relevant, in my opinion, as far as like keys. I know this is a little bit on the higher end for the average American to spend, that much money on a book, but this is more like, if you're looking for a key, like that's a pretty good price, for the potential of it, grade, all that good stuff. I wonder if Doc Joe has this book either raw or slabbed.
I guess this is like a, how do I put it? This is like a collector's book. Like this is a comic book collector's book. Like if you're investing in if the hobby is investing itself for you, then it isn't a bad price to go out and buy it.
Right.
So if you're doing the Wednesday Warrior stuff and you're like the hobby is paying for itself, then I guess you gotta.
I do not, sadly, Doc Joe. I'm shocked, but hopefully one day you will get one, and I would not be shocked if you had one, sir. Oh, by the way, I have my dentist appointment next week or next month. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, dude. You guys can definitely post your links in the. I know I post Comics and Tortillas links all the time. Here, Hack, I'm gonna put yours in there too. Whatever, dude. You're not a loser. Hold on. I'm gonna show some love real quick. Hack.
Check out Kingdom of Nerds, his podcast, Sunday, Monday, and whatever other days he does it. Sometimes Fridays.
I'm gonna try to find Hack. Where's he at? Okay, real quick. I'm gonna show off Hack right here. I'm gonna post his link in the YouTube or in the channel. I know, man. I'm so sorry, Michael. Yeah. I really need to do that. I just haven't had time to sit down. But here's a homie right here, Hack. He's got some cool stuff here. He lives on the east side of Washington. we're gonna meet. I'm gonna knock on his door one day and drop off some chicharrones to him, or some chicharrones. Who knows? But yeah, sub up to Hack, y'all. Let's get back into this. What's that?
Well, I was gonna say I still gotta get tickets to SummerCon. Now that you started talking about all that stuff, I was like I should probably do that soon.
Oh yeah, we gotta get Sons of Anarchy and like stuff. Oh, and I'm gonna get a strategy guide signed.
Oh, what strategy guide?
Metal Gear Solid.
By Solid Snake.
Solid Snake. He's gonna be at SummerCon.
Are you gonna get it CGC verified?
I'm gonna get it CGC verified. I'm gonna have it sent to Jason's house, and I'm gonna have him be like, "Oh, I got this new slab. Oh, fuck. It's a strategy guide. I hate strategy guides because I'm an asshole. My name's Jason."
A customer
gave me a video of it melting.
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say, Fedora?
A customer gave me 2 Near Mint Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time strategy guides.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Here's some gold. Here, you want some gold?
Yeah. There's one customer, like, he's like on the older side, and he stops by, and then he's like, "Yo, like, I'm cleaning out like my apartment. I gotta get rid of shit." He's like, "I'll give you this stuff, but the one rule is that you can't sell any of it." And
Can I trade you? Can I trade you one of them?
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Because you know I love strategy guys, Jason. You motherfucker. Fuck you, Jason.
Because Freddie doesn't like to play video games. He likes to have somebody show him how to play video games.
I'm gonna kill you. All right, this is Jason's pick. I was gonna combine 49 and 50, but Jason, like, this is like, I mean, in my opinion, man, like, this is a great buy at Raw. So
yeah,
it's awesome. Go for it.
Well, I was gonna say like 49 and 50 are still like, you can get those things you can get like reasonable copies for under $20 if you want to, like Raw. And it's the 49's the first unofficial cameo, whatever they want to call it, of Justice League Dark. This is like the first unofficial appearance of Justice League Dark, along with a lot of the characters. As you can see, they got the Dead Man there in the background, Etrigan the Demon, which is another character that I hope they bring forward because I really enjoy that guy. But yeah, just at a decent price, just assuming that things are going this direction. Like, I would snatch these up if you can find them at a reasonable price.
For $12.50.
$12.50 Raw, man. I mean, like, and like, I think, like, obviously it's maybe not in the best condition, but like, if you can find one, impress it and get two and a quarter for it. You fucking kidding me?
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip through the next one because we're kind of running. Or shoot, hold on. Oh, here's the other one. So, god damn it.
What in the world are you doing?
Hold on. Please hold. There we go. Okay, so this is the other one, and I want you guys to talk about this book. Like, as far as preference, right? What should you guys prefer? Because I would like this one more than the other one, personally.
I had to pick one.
Yeah.
Doesn't the other one has the Justice League Dark on the cover?
Mm-hmm.
Something 50. Yeah. That's like, if it's on the cover, then I don't know. That's I'm always gonna go for the first appearance that's on the cover. So they're on the cover.
Yeah, they're on the cover. I see your point there, Jason. What I feel like you want this one more than the other one, correct?
I've got both of them.
Motherfucker. Okay, I like this.
Well, I mean, it's Swamp Thing, so it's like it wasn't even about the Justice League appearances for me. It was more or less just I wanted the Swamp Thing books. Yeah. Man,
when you sent me this book, I was like, dude, I didn't know that it was the preview or cameo. I was just like, man, that's a sick cover. And I'm not a huge Swamp Thing fan, but I think out of all the dark mofos, like, Swamp Thing's like the best, right? This is Alan Moore series too. I mean, Alan Moore is considered the greatest Swamp Thing writer ever. But 9.6 for $47. I think it was a direct edition too. I don't, honestly, like, this is kind of sidebar as well, but, and this is me as well. Like, I feel like anything 95 and up, in 1995 and up, people don't want a 9.6 or less. They want a 9.8. So you could do like I'm gonna buy this, crack it, try and upgrade it to 9.8. But if you're like investing in it, you have to get a 9.8 in my opinion. I just think you have to. The art, it hasn't changed, and until it does, the 9.6 versus 9.8 argument is just gonna go down the wire.
It's always such a steep drop off in price too. Like you see 47 for a CGC 9.6, but it's like a 9.8 is probably 200 or something like that. I'd say, just based off of how much the prices drop off on books.
Right. And if you're
guessing, it might be less than that. I don't know, but
I don't know like how tough this is in 9.8, but I assume that, just because it was that's like cost.
I can't remember what the back of this book looks like. I'd have to go pull mine out to look at it.
You have to pull out?
Huh?
You have to pull out?
No. I said I don't remember what the back of this looks like, so I'd have to go like pull it out of the freaking thing to look at it.
You totally missed the joke, but
oh, sorry. I feel weird. Anyway, so I just want to highlight those two kind of Fedora's like, dude, you totally missed the joke, man. So some low-hanging fruit. I got a shout out to my boy Trey on this one. This is a cool kind of spec, I think. Swamp Thing #1 from 2021. There's 2 copies of this. This is the cardstock version, but it's the first Indian lead character in a DC series, period. This coverage is beautiful in general. I'm sure you could go back and find this in like back issue bins.
We have a bunch of those.
Dude.
Yeah, we do.
So Fedora, these range like $1 to $5.
I bought it when it came out. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, dude. So like, with just the advent of more characters being introduced in the DC, 5 to 10 years from now, we could look back on this and be like, wow, this is a pretty cool, this is a pretty cool first in like DC history. I didn't read the series at all. Did you read it?
Fedora? Yeah, I did. It was good. It was really good, actually.
It just looks dark. It looks really cool, man. You talk about it a little bit?
I don't remember because I only read the first 3 issues, but I remember it being really good. He was an Indian guy, and then I think that I don't remember. It was so long ago, but I know that we definitely have those still in the back issue bins because I see them regularly, and I remember it being good. I don't remember anybody saying that they didn't like it.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those like books that was good that just flew under the radar for whatever the reason. I don't know if it's in trade format actually, but I know it was pretty good.
Jason, have you read this book?
No, I haven't. I don't think I've read this one. I think the newest Swamp Thing series, or I guess it was like a mini series that I read, was the Green Hell, I believe.
Yeah. I think like this is like probably like, pick them up if you can get like a good copy, obviously, in cardstock. The regular cover A is pretty cool too. But yeah, that Matina, man, it's freaking sick, dude. I just thought like for kind of some low-hanging fruit, I know we had some pretty pricey like books out there. This is kind of just something you can be on the lookout for because we all like to find books for $2 and sell them for 500, right? But I think this is pretty cool. Hold on one second. Yeah, 9.8 and cardstock one for $45. I would go just kind of find the dollar bin route and just try and find these like in solid. And then just go from there, man. But next book. This is my pick of the week here. Static Shock, Rebirth of the Cool. I think our boy Kingdom of Nerds has this book, or he has the 45 Static Shock. I was going to put the 45 Static Shock, but that book just doesn't drop. I bought this book raw for like, I want to say $50, and it came back a 9.4. I sold it for like 120. 9.8 though was asking $1,000. I offered 300 for it. This was like last year, and I ended up getting it. this is a very limited series. The reason I like this book compared to some of the earlier versions is because this book came out when the when the cartoon series came out. It's very low print run though. It's it's 2000s era series. I looked earlier this week. You can get a raw for $40 to $100. The 9.6s go for quite a bit, or for quite low. So again, that 9.96 and 9.8 drop. 9.8s are asking for like $600 to $1,000 on this. I think this is a good play as far as like the second series of Static Shock. It's a four issue miniseries, so again, it's very low print run. The cover's amazing. I think this is honestly like second to issue 45. I think this is the best cover. But yeah, Fedora man, what you think about Static Shock and like kind of the potential?
I said this for like a year now on the podcast.
Yeah,
get the Static while it's cheap.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say. Because one good movie, he's one good movie away from like being possibly more relevant than Black Panther. This may be like a hot take, but I just think Static would resonate with the youth a lot more, and I think he has that cool Gen Z crossover potential. Listen, I know that this might be crazy, but I think that he has the potential to surpass Miles in popularity if DC plays their cards right, which is asking for a lot. But I do think that he's still a good character to have regardless of if the movies don't do good or not. But I would say, like, with the right director, with the right actors, a one good movie could just fucking blow the lid off of Static as a character, and he's just like, he'd be relevant for like the next 20-30 years if they do it right.
If you read Static Shock, like if he got as much press as Miles did, you would think that Miles is a copy off Static Shock. But I think a lot of people are like, no, Static Shock's a copy off Miles. But I mean, Static Shock came out in the mid 90s. Miles came out in 2012 or 2011. The unfortunate thing about Static Shock is that he hasn't gotten the press. He hasn't been pushed enough by DC for whatever contractual or like obligations or whatever. So it just kind of sucks that because the story's great, man. And the cartoon series from 2000s on HBO is a pretty cool watch. It's fun. It's totally Saturday morning cartoons type. But yeah, man, I think, there's a lot of concentration on Miles. It's going to be tough to supersede Miles. But as far as like written quality, I kind of enjoy Static Shock more than I do Miles because it's his own universe. You know what I mean? So
yeah, the Dakota. A lot of people still ask for Miles. Not Miles. Static. Like a lot of people. We had the trade paperback of the new season that came out of the whatever story arc. It sold out really quickly. So he's one of those characters that consistently sells. Every month he sells. The people go to the back issues. It sells. Everybody asks for Static. Younger people ask for Static. Older people ask for Static. We sell the milestone compendiums for like $60 with all the milestone stories in it. People buy it. So, he's definitely very much relevant. There's like people that are interested in him. He just needs like a lot more marketing, So, I think any Static book is pretty good to have. So get it while it's cheap. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then Jason, I know you gotta leave after this, right?
Sure.
Yeah. What do you before you go though? What do you my wife is laughing in the background. What do you think about Miles, man? What do you think about Static Shock's potential versus Miles at this point?
I think Static Shock, like Fedora was saying, has his potential. I don't see like a ceiling on it necessarily, unless they just like for whatever reason don't promote him. Compared to Miles, like I don't know, like I'm not the biggest Miles fan. Like to me, it's just kind of like when it cut. Like I grew up with Peter Parker Spider-Man. Like that's who my Spider-Man was. So like Miles to me is just an image. Like not, I don't want to say like a gimmick, but it was kind of like it feels like that to me only because it's like, okay, I already have a Spider-Man. Now you just have one who is a like who's a different race and has a few new gadgets. Like he uses electrical shocks and stuff like that. So for me, it's just kind of like Static is
original.
Yeah.
And he's you know, it's and I get that. I get like your point of view as well, because like the only reason I like Miles is because the video game plays so well, and the stories are pretty cool. Like the first OG all new Spider-Man was like a pretty fun read. But like my Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire, if we really want to get down to it, right? And like the Spider-Man cartoons from the mid-90s. That's my Spider-Man. And like when I was reading Static Shock, I was like, man, this is such an OG original kind of like idea. And he has his own, like, it's not Brooklyn, it's like, you know, Dakota. And he has his own, like, it's very his own kind of deal. But it still worked with DC as kind of like the overlaying kind of universe. So I prefer Static Shock over Miles personally. I thought the last Static Shock's Dakota miniseries was really good. It's too bad they didn't keep it going, but teach his own. Happy hunting, everyone, on this book.
It's like, it's not a knock on Miles either. Like I understand why Miles is popular, and it's just like things have to change, and you gotta like the same character doesn't always like play through all the decades. I mean, Peter Parker's run was freaking. Peter Parker's run was what 3-4 decades long, 5 decades long, or something like that. So I get why they felt they needed to introduce a new character to bring like fresh eyes and viewers and stuff like that to it. But for me, it's just kind of like having already had a Spider-Man through my youth and adulthood. I'm just kind of like, okay, well, I get why you did it, but it's
kind of like comparing like our sports guy was Griffey or Michael Jordan, and this younger generation is like LeBron or Miller or Mike Trout. He sucks. Fuck Mike Trout. Fuck Mike Trout. I'm sorry, that was random. Do you need to take off?
Yeah, if we're gonna be on time, I probably should.
Okay, man.
Is there any more books that you have that you put up of mine? I don't remember.
No, there's like 2.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's cool, man. I'll see you soon.
All
right, man. Thanks.
See you.
Yep. Oh wait, hold on. Fuck. Damn it. Okay, cool. Fedora.
I don't know what this book is. Oh, Hellblazer 300.
Yeah. It's just the last issue. This is more low-hanging fruit type deal. I was gonna put like first appearance of John Constantine, but like that book hasn't come down, so I can't really justify it. But another back issue bin kind of like search. You know, you may not get this in like the best condition, but it is the final issue of Hellblazer, which I thought was pretty cool. Steve Largent, dude, man, yeah, old school, bro. Otani, yo, Matrix, what's going on, man? Yeah, man, Fedora, have you seen this book in back issue bins at good old? Yeah, never, right.
Never.
Does anyone have this book? Fedora?
What?
Oh, yeah.
No, I got you. Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bendición. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I couldn't find any CGC sales of this book, so I'm wondering if Hellblazer kind of gets going again. John Constantine. This might be just like a book that people are looking for. Again, I don't know if anyone in the chat has this book, but
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. I like searching for those last issues though. What's that?
Is it on eBay?
There's on eBay, and like Raw's asking for like $10 plus. It's not a huge thing. Again, I probably wouldn't pay $15 for this book, but definitely go searching for it on your.
I would imagine that it's not. They didn't make many of them.
Yeah, final issue, right? It was the last issue of that run for like 10 years or whatever it was. Just kind of a cool low-hanging fruit here. We only got a couple more slides left. I just want to thank everyone live for joining us out. You know, we've been gone for a couple of weeks, but we're back. You know, kind of a chill weekend Sunday. Fast forward spring. Oh, sucks, but it is what it is. Like, subscribe. If you are, I put everyone in the giveaway that I could find. That's in also the chat and the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, or if you're not in this spin wheel or giveaway wheel and are in both the Discord and the chat, please let me know. If you want to join the Discord, let me know. I'll post the link, and then you can join the chat and be part of the giveaway. But so far, I got 10 people in the giveaway. Just let me know.
Yeah. Also,
next.
like,
yeah.
Side banter. So I was trying to buy Sonic 98. Prices have come down for that book. First appearance of Rouge the Bat and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Bro, motherfucker had like some jank, like mid-grade copy. Was trying to pass it off as like a VF, and he wanted 250. And I'm like, yo, 200. And he was like, no. And I'm like, bro, it's not the pandemic anymore, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's a tough book. I mean, look at this, man. People are asking like
200.
200 or like, I think, you know what, man, the problem with this book is that it's so, look at this. I mean, $5,000. That's ridiculous, right?
For a 9.8, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
For 9.8, right? But like, so I don't even know what's a good price to get this at, because like it's all over the place. I mean, this newsstand, it might be 6.0. I don't think that's really worth it. But
I see more newsstands than direct editions of this book.
For sale?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I want that book too, just to have it. But yeah, man, it's a tough book to have, dude. We only got a couple more slides here, so let's this was my pick. I've loved this book ever since my CBSI day, or not CBSI, my Tales from the Flip Side days when I used to do a show with that dude. Blue Beetle #1, the second print. I have this book raw. It's gone up to like $30. Mojo Quid, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the chat, bro. I have a couple copies in my back issue bins. A CGC 9.61 for $30. There's a 6,000 print run on this book. It's really low print. I sold a 9.8 for $180 last year after the movie came out. So I think it was actually when the trailer came out. I think Jaime Reyes, like, I thought the movie was really cool. I know a lot of kids liked it. That actor has like a pretty good following from Cobra Kai. This is a book that I think you can buy on eBay for like $10. Buy a couple copies and, you know, just put it away in your back issue bin for, you know, some time. I don't know if it's going to take off again. However, I base this spec or this suggestion on the future of the character. I mean, and he might be the Tom Holland of DC because he's that young and he has that charm, right?
Yeah, for
sure. I thought the Blue Beetle movie was really cool as far as the lore. The story was pretty good. It was a little bit on like the too funny side, you know, but I enjoyed it. I definitely I don't know if I'd buy a DVD or Blu-ray 4K steelbook of it, but I'm definitely like all game for his. I mean, a 6,000 print run on a book. I like those print runs. The difference with this, what's that?
No, I'm saying like the smaller stuff is probably the best way to go because that's kind of like what people gravitate more toward.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you're not wrong, but you can continue.
No, it's all right. The first appearance, I think, is like it's cool. It's tough to get in high grade, and people ask a lot of money for it. So I went for this book. The difference between the first print, second print is the blue. He's blue, like his costume is blue. This one's obviously gray. It's pretty good. It's pretty easy to get 9.8, I would say, in my opinion. But yeah, happy hunting, people. Just look for those Blue Beetle #1s out in the.
It's crazy because there's a customer who came through and he was buying Blue Beetle stuff, and then it turned out he's like a pro skater, and he worked on. He's a pro skater filmmaker, and he worked on. And it turned out that we had a bunch of mutual friends through the skate community. And then I invited him to come on the podcast to talk about his experience working with the film, yada, yada, yada. He told me that there's more projects for Blue Beetle coming soon that they contacted him about. Yeah, so then he recently invited me to like a party and stuff like that with like a lot of like filmmaker people.
That's dope, man. I mean, like, yeah, and you know, a lot of times, like, what sucks about spec, right, is that you have a character you invested a lot of money in, and then they die. Well, I think nowadays, if you're getting modern, like, first appearances or like first books, and they are in the DC already or whatever MC, whatever you want to call it, you have to make sure that they're going to stay in the movies if that's the reason you're spending on it. So, I mean, right there, Fedora. I mean, like, you got the inside scoop on that type of stuff. So, and last but not least, Fedora, I'm going to let you talk about this a little more because you're more the anime guy. But yeah, rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. He's the creator of Dragon Ball Z. Fedora, you want to say some words for
okay, so I was talking about this with my friend the other day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, you know, like why Gen Z gravitate more toward manga and all these other things of that nature. And a lot of the answers that I got was like, oh, because it's one straight story. There's no multiverse stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the same thing over and over. No disrespect to Akira Toriyama. I love him. But for me, it kind of got repetitive after the Cell games.
Yeah.
And that's where it peaked to me. So usually when people always bring this up, they're like, oh, Spider-Man is just the same story over and over again. Well, so is Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the problems that we have on the American comic side, the Japanese comic side aren't having yet because none of their creators, like a lot of the creators haven't passed away yet. So I was telling my friend a few weeks ago, I'm really interested to see what happens and what direction they're going to go in once these long-standing mangas, once their writers start passing away, because DBZ is like a huge moneymaker for Viz and Shonen Jump. Are they going to get a new writer? Because they did it with Berserk, right? So if Berserk takes off and it's well received, I'm wondering if they're just going to go, you know what? Let's pass the torch on to someone else. So I think, in my opinion, Dragon Ball Z is kind of like, this is just my opinion. It's kind of like on the level of like Star Wars in terms of like the expansion of the world and the universe that they created. And they could do so much with the series. We could get a fucking manga about Bardock on planet Vegeta. We could get a manga about the Nameks, planet Namek. We could just do so much. We don't even need to do that. We could just make original characters on another planet and talk about other stuff. We could talk about, you know, a planet that Frieza conquered or Frieza like blew up or destroyed or whatever. And there's so many ways that we could take the series in that'll make it exciting, that'll make it fresh. But my problem with Dragon Ball Z was that we always focus on three dudes, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan for like 3 decades.
Yeah. You don't like Trunks?
I like Trunks, but they don't really focus on him like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so, man. It's that's kind of why I stopped watching it, right? Because it's like, I stopped watching the last years I watched the Saiyan conflict. A sealed VHS, I saw one for $60 this past week, which I think is pretty cool. On the comic side, you know, Dragon Ball Z #2 sold for $172, which I thought was also pretty cool. But yeah, man, I mean, you're right. Like it's you know, like manga is like soap opera. They just go forever. Which is, you know, if you like soap operas and like, you know, it's great. It's just, you know, it kind of struck. I didn't know he was the creator. I don't know a lot about writers. I just watched this content, right? But
well, he was still writing the manga, and then he passed on like the art, the drawing to like somebody else. But he was still very much involved in like everything.
Yeah, Comics Embrace is kind of agreeing with you. Yeah. You hit on the head though. So many ways they could take it, which is, that's potential, man, and that's cool. Yeah.
So carrying on to just to like it with the comic.
Yeah.
Again, maybe they get some young kid, some young guy that's just like, I want to do something different. I want to take it new places.
Yeah.
And then people are just like, yo, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then, this number one blows up. Or maybe they just play it safe and say, you know what, let's just keep the blueprint that Toriyama left, which I don't advise. But yeah, I don't think that's a bad price. And I think that for those like anime books, like those anime comics, I know we spoke about it on the Discord, the Sailor Moon number ones, the Dragon Ball Z number ones, the Pokemon number ones, the stuff that Viz put out, the Lone Wolf and Cub and stuff like that. I know that's Dark Horse, but I think there's a lot of potential in that.
Yeah.
Only because they're not high print, but they're not low print. But a lot of them were damaged because no one gave a shit about them.
Right.
So you could definitely and they're not that expensive at all.
Yeah.
So you could definitely buy that and buy the first appearance of like Goku on Shonen Jump. And then you could just put it together in a lot and then just go, hey, like the American version, the American first appearance, the Japanese first appearance, do what you want with it.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think any of these the voice actor is still alive. So if you could get the first issue, right, and get it signed by the voice actor, which is going to be a tough task, but if you could do that, now we're talking like big money, like big risk. Not big risk, but like big risk in the sense of like you got to like locate where she's at, what she's doing. I know the voice actor is like 80 years old.
Yeah.
So you really got to put the work in to get her signature. But if you could get a crisp copy, maybe crack it, go to the convention, get it signed, resubmit it, maybe get Chungi to press it before just to be safe, and you get her signature, that might be $1,000 book easy, especially because she's getting up there in age. So in my opinion, I would be looking for like these first Demon Slayers, the first One Punch Man, first Dragon Ball Z, and getting the voice actors to sign these books.
Sorry, guy Murph. Excuse me. You'll get it, man. I guarantee it'll be fine. It's actually better if you have it on your laptop. I have it on my laptop and my phone. I think it works better on screen on your laptop. But dude, and this wasn't just a gimmick to get people like to join the Discord and like we're gonna monetize it. This is literally just to get more people to take advantage of like the news and spec that we talk about on the Discord. It's not just comic books, it's sports cards, it's video games, it's stocks, it's Bitcoin, it's all that stuff.
Yeah, so, and we're always dropping knowledge.
And we're always dropping knowledge. Stuff. And if you just, and the thing too is like, if you just want to listen to comic books, you can silence everything else and just get the notifications on comic books. Fedora, I'm going to go into the wheel real quick because I got to get going. So real quick before I do this, I want to make sure everyone that is in also the Discord and in the chat that you're on the spin wheel. If you're not in the Discord and you want to be part of this, message or let me know. I'll put the link down. I think we just need more contributors. I know myself, of course, Fedora. We got Wade in there. Doc Joe just showing off all his nice pieces. Kingdom of Nerds always shows off all the stuff he wins off other Discords. Stoopy's always got a really good freaking positive attitude about everything. Man, I love that guy. And I thought you're on there. My fault. Thanks.
And I'm the dude that works at a comic shop. So if you want,
like I said, man, and I've said this on previous things, and this is pretty like recent stuff. Fedora put out the Captain Marvel #4 spec a week and a half before that book came out, and now that book's at what 225 raw, right? Someone posted it's 225 raw. No Kazo, I got you in there too, man. And then I'm pretty like lenient on people posting their like YouTube channels. I want you guys to do it. Just send me a DM and I'll post your your shows, and I'm all about trying to promote everyone's kind of community there. But before I do the spin, please like this episode. We're trying to get to 600 at 575. Last time I checked. I'm gonna start doing some more Star Wars stuff there too. Yeah, man. Mojo, are you in? You're in the Mojo. You're in the. Are you in the Discord? Let me check.
Yeah, there's a lot of information,
man. I never see you in there. My bad, dude. Okay, let me put Mojo in there real quick, and then I'm gonna give like 20 more seconds to see if everyone else is in there. Again, this is a giveaway for this book. These 2 books. I don't think this is a 9.8. It's probably like a 9.6. And then for readers out there, this book got optioned, but this is the trade paperback. I thought it was cool. Stop with my other chat. Oh yeah, Hacks, I got you in there, Doc. Right? Yeah, I got Hacks in there.
If you haven't joined already, join, because we put out a lot of good information there, man. Usually, like, we're posting stuff that like people aren't talking about until like CBSI post their top 10 or Key Collector post their top 10. And this is not like tooting our own horn, but toot, like, this is reasons we want the community to be active so you don't miss out. Because I work at a shop, and I'm telling you, a lot of those books people talk about just sit there for weeks until it goes on the top 10. Like, there was like that this one DC variant that which was the Power Girl variant, and it was there. No one cared about it. On Tuesday, on Wednesday, no one gave a damn about it. And then, I'm not even joking, as soon as the Key Collector app came out, somebody walked in and bought it. And we laughed because we knew why he bought it. So
I bet you Key Collector's in our Discord. He's in another name. He gets our info. There's only like 100 people in our Discord too, so it's like, and like again, like I said, like if you're into other stuff or just want to just like support people and all that, yeah, man, just join. I put Cody in there. I know he's at the Iowa State game watching them. But yeah, and I'm always trying to plug Comics and Tortillas with all his free comic book content, man. Like, you guys got to give him a follow. Without further ado, I'd spin that wheel.
Also, I did buy the some Sonic first, like it was like a newspaper first appearance type comic. I bought it for $25.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No Kaza. Oh, bro, you won. Ricardo, congratulations, my friend. You are the winner of the giveaway today. I'll send that. Hit me up on either DM me either in the Discord or on Instagram. I'll get those books out to you. Let's see here. Great show. We're only at about a little bit after now. What?
Oh wait, listen. I'm gonna go on the end of the show rant. If anybody sees any Sonic keys on Instagram or whatnot or whatever, show me. I'm animalistic. I'm what's that? What stocks? When people go crazy? What is it like? When it goes up and then people are like, oh my god, what are they called? Yeah, I'm that. I'm not even bullish. I'm apish. I'm apish about these.
Oh, you're
these
an ape. You're one of them apes, right?
Yeah. I'm an ape. Listen, I'm going crazy. I'm banging my chest. Let me know, Sonic. I want, like, every Sonic key. I'm coming for it.
Nice.
Let me know. And if you see Sonic 98, tell them to stop fucking charging these crazy prices for these beat up copies. It's not the pandemic. Hold on. This is better.
Oh my God.
It's not the pandemic anymore. Stop asking for fucking stupid prices on eBay for shit that's not worth that much. This is not the pandemic anymore. I know Fred is looking at the clock, but I'm
no, we're good. We're good.
I'm getting tired of this shit.
I'm actually 10 minutes away. It's Jason that needs to get his
okay, all right. He's 10 minutes away, so I'm gonna rant. It's not the pandemic anymore, bro. I'm getting tired of going on eBay and having some fucking Momo like, oh, I don't want to bring my price down on this, whatever. Bro, it's not the pandemic anymore. It's gone. You missed it. You missed the train. Buy. Just take what I'm offering you. Take it. And clip this. Because I'm tired of y'all.
I ain't clipping this.
Still 2022. or not even 2022, 2020, and you're asking $500 for some fucking Tweety Bird meets Catwoman book. Oh, it's low
Tweety
print.
Bird meets Catwoman. Oh wow.
No, I mean, I'm just making some shit up.
I know.
But it's frustrating. Like, Jesus Christ, stop it, bro.
Hey, you know what though? Just
What?
move on. Just move on to the next guy. Just keep offering. You'll get it. You'll get that price eventually. I think honestly, it's one of those books that people don't want to sell, but they'll say this 6.0 to me is worth $200, and it is what it is. And that guy's gonna go broke 4 months from now because he still like doesn't have a job or whatever it is, or just wants to get rid of it. Yeah.
Fuck them all.
So whatever, man. You'll get
it. Tape, baby. Nick's tape.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, it's good. I will say this. We are trying to do a Ronin show on Tuesday. So I'm going to reach out to the guys. We're going to talk about other investments, other spec to do with NFTs, to do with, magazines. I got some good magazine content. I got something for you guys. I posted it in the Discord, but I don't know if people saw it in the Discord, but I'm going to talk about it on Tuesday. I got a really cheap spec for y'all. I'm going to try and have Dak on there. We'll see. And then possibly I'm going to try and have my homie Renee on the show as well. We're going to talk about collectible keyboards and spec on that, flipping keyboards, which is really weird. So follow us on Instagram. We're up 577 subscribers. So thanks everyone for your support. Ricardo, congrats on the giveaway. I'll send it out to you, dog. You guys all have a great Sunday. Get some rest.
Yo, Nick's tape, baby. Nick's tape. We just
tape. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds cool.
That's all the only tape you should be playing. Nick's tape, baby. We outside. Nick's for the finals, baby.
We are outside of the city. Y'all have a great weekend.